first off, I feel a little uncomfortable because for whatever reason, my chair doesn't have a little footrest, so I feel like I'm 2 years old, but it's okay. And I can't place this anywhere except like right here. So, photograph from here up, please. All right. Anyway, it's cold. Anyway, no, it's it was interesting because the title of this panel is Comics to Film, and that's a huge, huge topic, and especially for 1 hour. I just want to talk a little bit about kind of my experiences. For me, for a lot of people in the business, this really is the golden age of comics, and it's not because comic books are selling a gazillion copies. In fact, the reverse is true. Monthly comic book sales are not at their historic lows, but they're not like what they used to be back in the 90s. That said, we're selling a lot of books in graphic novel form in bookstores, and that's selling to a new consumer. A lot more casual readers are picking up comic books now because they've seen 300 or Sin City or Dark Knight, and we're seeing, I think, a maturation of the comic book superhero genre in film, which is exciting to me. When I started in comics, it was exciting to hear that, man, they're going to make a movie of Punisher. Oh, who's the star? It's Dolph Lundgren. Oh my God, it's so great. We've got Dolph Lundgren. I've heard of him before. And like when I left that book, they were like, "No, you shouldn't leave because they're going to make a film." And same. I heard the same thing was on the X-Men. It's like they're going to make a film soon, and it took what 10 some odd years for them to finally make that X-Men movie. But it was so exciting to be working in comics and even just hear the rumor that they might make a film. It actually would affect people's decision to stay on a book or not. And so we really were beggars at the time. Like anything, any star, anybody. It could be. Shoot, I can't remember the name of these like B-level actresses.
Nicholas Hammond.
Yeah, it's just anybody wanted to be a superhero. It's like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I want to draw that book. And now we've really changed to the point where you're getting top-level talent. You get guys, grade A, level A directors and stars. Obviously, the guy that played Tony Stark. What's his name?
Robert Downey.
Robert Downey Jr. Awesome in Less Than Zero, but even awesomer in Iron Man. And so it's exciting to see that. And even the director that they were talking about doing Thor, Kenneth Branagh. Yeah. So it really have gone kind of from beggars to choosers. And I'm really excited about next year's release of The Watchmen because it's based on a pretty, I think it's a fairly deep comic book story. It's very atypical. It doesn't have, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it doesn't have a happy ending. And, it's darker than what you would expect out of that genre, the superhero genre. And I think it would really show the civilian world, people that aren't into comics, really what this art form is capable of. And also, if it's very successful, pave the way for a lot more different types of stories featuring superheroes to be told. So it's not all just aspirational stories. It's not all stories about people that are losers that get powers and then all of a sudden they spend their lives trying to control it and get the girl, whatever. That you can do storylines, superhero storylines that deal with political thrillers that have other topics that books cover more than just one kind of story. And superhero comic book stories can address a lot of different themes. And so I think it's really exciting from that standpoint because now you can go and create 300, you can create a Watchmen, you can create a Sin City and have that sort of exploration. It's also exciting in the world of comics because it's not a one-way street where people that are writing comics are now maybe getting their foot in the door in the world of movies. You're seeing a lot of people that write for movies and for TV especially coming in and working in comics, which means that we're getting better comic books. So you're really seeing just really top-notch writers working in all the different sort of mediums, and I think that's really good for everybody. And it's really exciting to me as a consumer, as a fan of this kind of stuff. I follow heroes, and to me that's like a comic book brought to life. And it's exciting to see that they're doing storylines that aren't that appeal to more than just like what the common viewers used to seeing out of entertainment. This is stuff that's more challenging. It involves continuity. It involves actually sort of memorizing who all these characters are, and then having to go to the website to get more information. It's really a lot of the storytelling you're used to seeing in comic books brought to different media. So that's very exciting for me. So that said, I'm very, very happy to be drawing comic books. You know, I think I was telling some newspaper reporter that it was great that they couldn't make a lot of great superhero movies for such a long time, because it meant that everyone working comics wanted to work in comics, first of all.